Hi y'all, we're going to make a quick Sunday dinner. I should have took this out the night before. I didn't. I was too tired, so I didn't. But what we have here is some kale that I've already cooked. We have some turkey that I've already bagged up. I've done, videos on me gutting turkeys and stuff. So I have here about 1.5 pounds of white turkey, and I have here this one. I did take out the 2 days before, and it's completely thawed out, which is great. This, I was thinking, you know what, it's not going to be enough meat because I'm going to make barbecue chicken, or barbecue turkey, I should say. This one's frozen, so I'm going to put that in the microwave and let it thaw out. If you don't have microwavable bags, these bags are microwavable, go ahead and cut open the bag and take it out and defrost it. This right here, I'm going to go ahead and defrost. This is rice, brown rice, frozen. I'm going to go ahead and defrost it. This right here is some cornbread. And right here is some lentils that I've canned. So let's get started. We're going to make us a quick Sunday dinner. Alright, what I'm going to go ahead and do first is, since this is thawed out, the chicken, I'm going to go ahead and put that one aside. And this I'm going to throw in the microwave. I'm going to throw this in the microwave for about 2 minutes. Just so it can quickly defrost them, because this right here can't fit totally into the pan. Actually, maybe I'll put it in my big can. You know what? I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and put it. Alright, this normally I would defrost it, but I'm going to go ahead and put it inside of my bigger canner so that I don't have to defrost. I'm just going to put it right on in with a little bit of stock, and it's going to defrost up real quick. And this right here, I'm just going to throw the turkey. I'm going to go ahead and put this inside the microwave for around 2 minutes. I just want to soften it up so that I can be able to... Okay, so I put the dark turkey inside the microwave. This is my bigger pan, or it's a 10.5 quart. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. It makes it so that it's raised. See? Because I don't want the kale to be close to the floor. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on in here. And you can use water, but I'm going to use stock. I have some of my prepared stock, and I'm just going to put some in. Follow your specific canner so you can make sure you have enough liquid in it. That's enough. And then this right here, it can fit on in, see? So that's basically done there. So I'm just going to open it on up. Let me get a knife. It would be easier to open up if I went ahead and put it in the microwave, but I'm not going to put it in the microwave. I'm just going to open it up and put it on in. This is what you'd want to go ahead and do if you didn't have it in a microwavable bag. Just open it up because you don't want to heat your food in the bag. So I'm going to put that on inside of here. Oops. There. And I'm going to go ahead and put on the stove, bring it to pressure, and I'm going to let it cook for about 5 minutes after it reaches pressure. Tightened all the love nuts. So this is all tight. And I'm just going to let it come to pressure. And once it comes for pressure, you're going to let it cook for 5 minutes. And then you go ahead and open it up. You'll do a quick release, which means you'll take the jigger thing off and do a quick release. And then you'll see if it's done or not. If it's not all completely thawed out, because it's already cooked. If it's not all completely thawed out, then you'll want to go ahead and put the lid back on, bring it back to pressure, and let it cook for like a minute or two more. And then you can know for the future that when you do this and you defrost your kale or your collard inside of here, that you want to let it go for 6 minutes or 6 or 7 minutes. But I don't think it should take long. It should take 5 minutes. Bring it to pressure 5 minutes. It should be good. Now right here is my rice. I'm going to go ahead and put this inside the microwave for 2 minutes just so I can break it up, and then I'm going to take it out of the package and put in something else so that it can get going. Alright, now I'm starting on my grab-and-go cornbread. What I have in here is all of my wet ingredients. But before I cut it on the machine, I'm just going to end up cutting it on, and I'm going to leave it on level 1, variable speed 1, and I'm not going to cut it to high because it's powerful enough that it doesn't need to mix it like that. Of course, you can do all this by hand, but I use my Vitamix for basically everything. That right there is the kale. I'm going to start my timer on that, so I want that to go for 5 minutes, so that's for my kale. So, mental note, 5, 6. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move it up, and you'll see the ingredients that I have in here. Hold on, sweetie. Okay, so what I have in here is 2 1/4 cups of milk. What I've done is, at my altitude, I always have to adjust the liquid. So you're supposed to use 2 cups of milk. Instead, I'm using, I put in an extra 1/4 of a cup because I'm at a higher altitude. And then in here I have 1/2 cup of oil, and I have 2 eggs in here. What I did was I just doubled the recipe that was on the cornmeal, and I just basically made it so that I can be able to easily make it kind of like Jiffy. So anyway, let me go ahead and cut it on now, and we're going to mix it up. And you see what I mean? I don't have to really, it's still on setting 1, and it's mixing it up really good. Mixing it up perfectly. So then now all I have to do is stop it. That's done. So all I'm going to do now is just stop it, and I'm going to go ahead and pour the wet ingredients with. Alright, so here's the dry ingredients. This is my grab and go. I put all the ingredients in, all the dry ingredients in there, so I can easily be able to just basically use it like Jiffy. So I have that in there. I'm going to give it a mix. So I'm going to give it a mix so I can get all the powder, salt, all of it mixed up. And now I'm going to go ahead and put in the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. And I should have said this sooner, but make sure you have your oven preset to 425, because that's what you're cooking it at, 425. And you'll have to figure out what temperature it cooks for yours, how long it takes. Since I'm at high altitude, food cooks faster. So it said it was supposed to cook in like 20 to 25 minutes, but for me, it's directly done in around 17, 18 minutes. So I just check on it. If you're at a higher altitude, you know what I mean. Food cooks faster at higher altitude. So I got that mixed up pretty good. I just want to make sure that all the dry ingredients is whipped into it. What I have here is my pan. I'm going to go ahead and put some parchment paper on it so it doesn't stick. And I'm going to go ahead and put this inside the... So here's the parchment paper on here. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on. I like the parchment paper because it makes it so that I don't have to put any grease in my pans or anything like that. So I'm not adding any extra calories. Because if you add up calories, man, oil is a big hitter. You put a little bit of oil on there and it's like, geez, that many calories off of that? So this is just great because I don't even have to add it on there. Let me get my spatula so I can get all of it out. I made it. Why not get it all? I got my spatula here and I'm getting it all. There we go. And then I'm just going to smooth it out so I can get it on the edges. And the cool thing you'll see at the end, it does not stick. It's nice. Get it all over in the edges, smooth it out like you can, and then pop this in the oven. And the cool thing, the chicken's already done, so I'm going to put the chicken in here with it. This is the thing that took the longest, so in all actuality, I should have put this in first because this is going to make my cooking time longer. This is going to take me 17 minutes. So that's done, or you could just do it like this, but I like smoothing it over with my spatula instead of moving it around. So make sure I get more in this corner. There we go. I just want to make sure I get the edges. Alright, that looks good. Again, I'm going to go ahead and put this inside the oven. And this is basically, when this is finished, everything else is going to probably already be done. So, let's go ahead and put it in the oven. Alright, going to go ahead and do a quick release. It's been 5 minutes. That's a quick release, just taking the jiggler thing off. Once it calms down, or once air stops coming out of that, or whatever it is for your specific canner, or your cooker, when it's fine for you to be able to open it up and check out your kale and see if it's done. Here's my brown rice. I cooked it for around 3 minutes. And you see that it's movable, because remember this was frozen. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is take it out of this container and I'm going to put it inside of, or take it out of the bag and I'm going to go ahead and put it inside of what I'm going to serve it in. And finish up the process of the cooking. So let me go ahead and put it on in. Doesn't take long at all. And this would have took a lot less time if I would have had it already thawed out. But the cool thing is, even if I mess up and I forget to thaw it out, it's fine. And you can break it up if you want to. If not, don't worry, the rest of the cooking is going to break it down anyway. So what I'm going to do now is just go over to the sink, get a little bit of water in my hand, and just, after I get the water in my hand, I'm not going to pour it all in. I'm just going to let it trickle through my hand, then I'm just going to sprinkle some of it on there like that. And then I'm going to cover it. You can either do a paper towel, a plate, the actual lid that it comes with, whatever. But just make sure that it's not snug on there. So even if you have the lid that fits on here, go ahead and just place it on there, but don't snap it because it needs to breathe. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the microwave, and I'm going to cook it for around 4 minutes. Now as a cook, I did the worst thing I should have done. I mismanaged my time. I'm going to have some free time because I should have first cooked the cornbread because that's the longest thing that it takes. So while it's cooking, I'm going to have free time. So what I'm doing is I have the turkey here, so you can be able to do that. You're watching this video, so you can be able to make sure you cook the cornbread first so that you won't have the dead time, and then you can be able to finish cooking your food faster. So it can take you around 17 minutes to cook your food or 20 minutes to cook your food versus 30 minutes. Because I always time myself to see how fast I cook. So anyway, I've broken it up pretty good. And now I'm going to put some barbecue sauce on it. Use whatever barbecue sauce you want to use. Ooh, this is on pretty good. Let me see. There we go. So I'm just using some Kraft honey mustard. You can use whatever you like. I don't have a lot of barbecue sauce. That was another thing I did. I mismanaged. I thought I had more. I do not. So I'm going to put just that much on so it's not going to be super barbecue-y. Only because I don't have a lot. And I could mix the dark meat with the light meat, but I don't want to do that. Because some family members really just like the white meat, and I don't want them to have to be fishing around for it. So it's just going to be slightly barbecue-y. Just slightly. And then I have another bowl here, pan I should say, that I'm going to go ahead and put parchment paper on. And I'm going to put this in with the cornbread. And the cornbread's been in for a little bit. Remember, this meat's already cooked, so you can broil it. Put it up top and you can broil it so you can get some heat on it. But remember, it's already cooked. I'm putting a little bit more barbecue sauce on it because it is lacking. And what I may end up doing is just doing, no, this is not enough. I want people to be able to have as much as they want. So I am going to cook both. It's just that we're not going to have a lot of sauce on it. So for yours, make sure that you do have enough sauce. I don't. So that's done there. I'm going to go ahead and put the parchment paper on here. And I'm going to put the barbecue turkey on here. So let me go and put the parchment paper.